So a little bit about me. So I started AlphaStarr in 2003. I used to work for big telecom like Rogers, Bell, Shaw Cable. I used to work for all these guys doing different projects, both in-house as a private contractor. And what I found was there was always this gap. There was always this sort of area where these guys would not extend their services to help us as a small business owner or as the entrepreneur. So for example, they'll sell you internet, but they're not actually going to set it up at your office. Or they'll sell you phone service, but they won't tell you what you actually need to know about phones. So by identifying that gap, I wanted to be an integrator, but more than an integrator. I wanted to be that go-to guy that would fill in the gaps, that Rogers people would refer, and clients would seek me out as well. So that was my first step as being an entrepreneur, trying to find something that was already there, and maybe just shaking it up a little. The concept eventually developed into a technical concierge concept. So as a concierge, my job really is to go to a business owner or an entrepreneur and tell them that you need help with this part of your network, you need help with this part of your phone network, you need help with your security. That's what I am. I'm your go-to guy. And eventually it developed into this sort of, I was the go-to guy for tough technological issues. So Rogers guys would call me, Bell guys would call me, and they'd say, Bob, we can't figure out why this wireless network isn't working. We don't understand why these security cameras won't work on this network. And I was the go-to guy because I worked inside. I knew the network from Rogers. I knew Bell's internal network, and I knew the technology that was out there today. So it was a really great opportunity. I really started seeing some great uptake from that. And so what we did was, of course, we started in IT. Everybody generally starts in IT consulting. And what we found was, the more we worked with Bell and Rogers, was that IT was infiltrating everywhere. So there was technology in audio video. There was IT in audio video. There was IT in security, and there was IT in phone. We all know what voice over IP is. So our logic was, you know what, we need to expand our business. We need to continue to be that go-to guy. We need to be in these different markets so that when integrators from those sides call us, we know what we're doing. We started with IT and then eventually added audio video, home theater, custom home automation. We eventually added phone, so voice over IP, phone systems, and then eventually got into security. So you guys are a lot younger than me, so you probably are accustomed to IP cameras, voice over IP phones. But in the old days, 10 years ago, we used to have what were called analog services. They were very basic services. They worked on a really large frequency spectrum. IP is changing that. It's becoming more affordable, easier to use, and it's more manageable by you guys, the consumer. So people are jumping on that bandwagon quicker and quicker. Eventually, by 2010, we decided we should incorporate, because as we were growing, we realized the reliabilities to consider. We were now getting employees. We were getting investors. So we eventually incorporated. That's not fun, just so you know. So when you guys are ready, decide now if you want to incorporate a business after 7 years of operation. Would be quite cumbersome. You're rejigging all your policies and procedures. And today, we actually went through some rebranding just recently. So as an entrepreneur, you're always changing. You're ever evolving, and that's okay. So we totally dropped the concierge concept. Hey guys, there's some handouts here I think you're supposed to take. So by eliminating the concierge concept, what we wanted to do was focus more on how do we help the small business as a whole. So instead of them calling us when they need us, how do we develop our business so that we're already there? They see us monthly, right? It's all about residual income. How do I make AlphaStarr earn monthly income? Well, I need to be there for their website because I can charge them hosting fees. I need to be there for their print and trade banners because that's cyclical. Typically, a business will spend at least 1 or 2 trade shows a year, and they'll need marketing material for that. I need to be in a place where they need to develop marketing using video, online streaming, YouTube. So by moving into that sort of new realm, we're discovering, because again, it's a new development we've done, we're discovering that businesses are now happier. Instead of calling us when they need us, we're already there. So as an entrepreneur, again, it's all about looking at what you have, what you're doing, and how you can change it. Don't necessarily look for the newest and coolest product or invent some awesome thing that you can do or sell. That works great, but for a period of time. You need to evolve and continue. So